I mean, but
That's what Rose said. She should have never let Nina book it. She should have just got the money.
okay, but
She
who
should
is
have
that
booked it
on?
herself.
Even it's on Rose,
You
and that's what
recognize
I'm
that? Yeah, she
saying.
said that's where she messed up.
And that from the very beginning. Because even with my friends, like I shot a wedding before, and they wanted me to stay in the Airbnb, and I said respectfully, I have to have my own accommodations. If that's a problem, I'm okay with you going to another photographer. Because sometimes you just have to turn down money as a business person if it does not suit
Our
what
money ain't good money.
Right.
and it's not even about it's not good money, but it prevents complications like this if you do it in the way that it should be done, which is I'm just gonna charge you my travel expenses. If you
Right.
don't agree
That's
with
how I do
it,
it. When I included
move
in the
on.
in
Yeah,
the
move on
contract
to the
agreement
next
too.
person.
Yeah.
Why would I put that in your hands?
Okay, so wait a minute. If she went to do several people's makeup, why was Nina? Why did Nina have to pay for the ticket alone?
Because initially Nina booked her for herself, and Rose just took advantage of the situation. Like, okay, well, if I'm already down there doing makeup, I can make some extra money, which makes sense
Gotcha.
to me.
Okay. Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, Nina wanted her specifically.
Well, maybe that's a lesson about instead of taught, and those are really good lessons. But the thing is, you got to buy that lesson. Nina did not owe her a reimbursement.
But no, I'm not blaming Nina. When I said no shot at her, I'm saying I wouldn't have accepted
For
the
the
terms.
weekend, January.
I understand exactly what you're
Okay.
saying, Velvet. As a businesswoman, like if you're so if you do travel services or whatever, you really are supposed to charge that person. They pay what they're supposed to pay you, and you book everything on your own, so you know everything is okay.
Right. That part.
But even if somebody books for you and you used to be a flight attendant, don't you then know,
You should know the ins and outs.
especially the outs? Because did she leave early? She left early, right? Is that the
You could bought
thing?
her a different ticket to come the day before.
Departure was early. Her return was supposed to be the same. But
Oh, okay.
Side note, I just want to do a little side tea. For the person who is asking about where did the stocking come, there was allegations back then, before even this trip, that Jade was up Rose's ass and doing way too much to get Rose's attention. So, yeah, the stalker claims
Oh,
being came
stalking.
out.
I thought you said stocking.
My bad. Yeah.
Oh, Wig said poor Rose. Y'all horrible.
So yeah, those came out. Though if you was around that time per se, and especially in Rose Live, and you know that's where all that came. Yeah.
Did Nina know that Nisha had purchased a new ticket? So
Yes.
Nisha purchased the ticket?
You know what? Drop laugh out the box. How many times we got to say that?
yeah,
No, y'all said her mama bought it.
no, that was
No,
the
she talking about
return.
the
The
going
return. We talking
ticket.
about the departure. Early departure flight. That was Nisha. Yeah, she bought
Right.
that.
The going ticket Nisha bought.
And only thing you had
You
to do
know
was
what?
communicate with the airline that
Too many
hey,
tickets being
I
bought
want
in
to
this
keep my
motherfucker.
flight that's returning. I have to cancel my going. It ain't gonna charge you no extra when you taking the flight away, but they probably would have gave you credit, but they might not have since it was a non-refundable
I'm
ticket.
sorry, say shit. Okay, it's tickets flying everywhere in this motherfucker.
Yeah, so she had two going tickets and one return ticket.
Say y'all don't start fucking with me. Goddamn. Damn, them motherfuckers can't
Question.
wait to stop
This
start
is what
fucking
I
with
did
me.
for a living, $2, and I travel every week, every weekend, and my itinerary was the first thing that I took care of. I don't understand. Maybe because she's young doing it. I started when I was 18, but itinerary is important. My schedule, my itinerary, how I'm getting there, how I'm getting home is the first thing I check in. So it's clueless. And usually, yes, there it depends on what company I'm traveling with. If there's somebody in charge to make the travel arrangements, then that's who I check in with, and I make sure I get an itinerary where I'm supposed to be, what time I'm supposed to be there with them. Normally, if it was a person that was a personal thing that I set up with, yes, I may have partied with them but I was really too busy to party with them. If I came to do your makeup personally, you paid for the ticket, you would have been the one that asked me to do the rest of the party. I wouldn't have set up appointments. Yes, she took advantage of that. That's good money. But if I was going to do that person's makeup, that person paid for the ticket, that's who I am working with. You would have had to allow me to do everybody else. That's just how things are set up. But itinerary is the most important thing. So, on the business aspect, yes, it was her responsibility to get herself home because it's still mine. It's my responsibility to get me there, my responsibility to get me back. If something happens in between, that was because my itinerary wasn't set. Me running behind you, making sure my itinerary was taken, you were supposed to take care of that in the beginning. I don't understand the extra ticket because the extra ticket would have thrown it off. I would have automatically made sure that cancellation was done because, again, counting on a return ticket, hounding somebody is something I don't do because that becomes unprofessional doing that. So I still remain professional in any setting that I do, whether it's a friend or not. I still have to remain professional. So I think a lot of things happen that you counted on people. It's a party. People are drinking. That has nothing to do with me getting back and forth home.
Candy Girl, I was just about to read your comment. So she didn't leave early; she went early. But the fact still remains that you did not. You didn't take care of your business. You would no extra
So,
tickets would have had to be bought if she took care of her business.
good morning, everybody. So,
Good
first of
morning.
all, we need to get these tabs up. It's 619 people in here and help $2 reach a gift goal. My understanding of everything is that she had a set ticket booked to depart and arrive, to leave and come back. Because she left a day early and did not cancel the first ticket, she thought that she could leave early and come back on the same ticket that was previously booked. But because she didn't show up, that whole entire ticket was canceled. What she should have done is when the ticket was bought for her to arrive early, she would have had to book another ticket to come back home because the first one was null and void when she did not show up. So is that what the situation is?
Yeah, but if she had a call, Miss Candy, like you said, everything leading up until she got that second one, right? Once she received that second one, she could easily call the airline and let them know that she's not going to be on that flight, and they wouldn't board out the second half.
I don't know. I pay attention
Okay.
I pay attention to the weird stuff. Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She said something I don't know if nobody noticed. She said I noticed I had 2 going tickets. Well, how did you notice you had 2 tickets if you didn't have access to your information?
You saw that on the app.
But even okay, the 2 times I went to Atlanta,
No, she said she
even
didn't have access to nothing. That's why she
even
was
though I
hounding.
booked, but you do
That's why
have
she was
access
hounding
because it's
Nina
in your
for the
name.
details. She said I noticed I had 2 outgoing tickets, and she called Nina. If you did not have access, if you had to keep hounding Nina for the confirmation and everything else, how did you notice you had 2 outgoing tickets? If you wasn't receiving emails, and if Nina didn't tell you, because that was the purpose of you contacting Nina, asking her about the tickets, how did you know you had 2 outgoing tickets? Which means you had access to something. If you had access to something, you could have
The
took that same
itinerary.
access. You could have took that same
Hmm.
access and called the airlines and said, "Hey, I noticed I got 2 tickets. Cancel one of them."
Yeah, because I'm confused because if she had the confirmation number and whatnot, I don't give a damn. Regardless, any airline, you're going to get information, about 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 your flight and stuff, and hey, maybe a delay. So she did have access to it. And sorry, not sorry. I guess her customer service skills ain't that good, because all you need is your basic information of your flight to cancel that shit. Shit,
All you
cry.
need is confirmation number, her name. Like
Yeah, shit. That's really a responsibility of her. Shit, all you gotta do is cry on the phone, be like, "Oh my god," and stuff, and cancel. But I never. I mean, well, it does happen, but to let that ticket go.
I'm just saying, how did she get notified that she had 2 tickets? Who
Yeah,
contacted you and told you that?
yeah. So she did have access to
Yeah, she
something.
has to have access to something because
The email.
who emailed you?
I have the exact same situation going on right now because I booked my flight. My first flight going was canceled by the airlines. But when I go into my email and my itinerary, I see all of the flights that were booked. So I had to go call the airline or get in contact with the airline and have them refund my flight that they canceled. You can see everything in the itinerary, which is sent through the email, and they give you the opportunity to put in your information if you need to change or cancel anything.
Rose
It's right in the it's right
Rose
there in the
said
end.
that earlier. She said she noticed she had 2 outgoing tickets when I first started streaming her. She said she noticed she had 2 outgoing tickets and she contacted Nina.
Wait, $2. Somebody made a point. Was this through a third party?
So Nina initially booked through a third party, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. She still could have changed it.
Yeah, but the thing is that them third party websites is a bitch. But
Nikki, I already tried to tell them that.
So listen, if
yeah,
that's the case,
I
But
already tried
Nikki,
to tell
the
them.
reason why they're right there kind of.
if that's the case, when she first started chatting with United, they would have told her, "We can't help you. You got to contact your third party." But they didn't.
that's true.
They
That is
assisted
true.
her. So that third party shit is not accurate. I always book my plane tickets to a third party and contact the airline directly, and they answer and do whatever I request. So they ain't got shit to do with it because they would have never initiated a chat if she booked through a third party. They would have immediately said, "Oh, we see you booked through a third party. We can't help you. Contact them."
Yep. Same thing happened to me. I had to go directly to the airline because I booked through a third
Yeah.
party.
So that ain't even an excuse. I just want to know who emailed you to tell you had 2 outgoing tickets. If Nina didn't tell you, how did you see it? Because you said that you wasn't getting any emails, and you showed us Nina's last name to prove that all of the emails was going to Nina. So who told you you had 2 outgoing tickets? That's all I'm saying. And Nina literally came up here and said that she put your name in to also receive emails. So something ain't adding up now, Rose. So was you getting access to this information all along, which is what it seems like, because how else you was notified that you got 2 outgoing tickets? And if you was getting information, that means you could have contacted the airline company yourself. Nina didn't have to do nothing because your information was down on the paperwork. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense. 1 plus 1 ain't equaling 2. No, this ain't for content. Her and Jay got into it yesterday. So if somebody, a genius down there, can come explain that part, that'd be great.
Can't say it ain't for content though. Cause how long ago did this happen?
Yeah, but Jay brought it up.
Jay said that she
We
was
didn't bring up
Jay.
this whole flight
Jay
thing.
said that she was had a nasty attitude the whole time.
Right. So
That don't
Jay,
got nothing to
that's when Rose brought up Atlanta.
do. Yeah.
Attitude.
But it really started from this whole Jade mentioning the garden, and I guess it was taken the wrong way, and it went to this. That's what I'm saying. Like initially, it wasn't even about the trip.
Right. So Jade said that it was two people in the comments from the garden that was talking shit to her. And she addressed those 2 people from the garden. And because she said the garden in some type of way, but those 2 people were from the garden. But she
That's
said
when Rose
because she
popped up. I remember Rose came in. She said, "What did she say about the garden?" And I didn't read nothing else after that, but I did read when she
I
typed
don't
in the
know if you
comment.
could really charge somebody a
All of them.
garden about a garden. What the fuck you said about the garden?
What you say about it? Wait a minute, somebody just
Man, I'm almost ready to make this floor dirty myself because this too clean out there, man.
All from somebody
Ain't been a
trying to
hoe?
stay away from messy talk.
Just Queen Jules said it's against the contractual agreement to have two tickets for the same route and time.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the same route and time. It was same route, different times. One was a day ahead.